कभी काली रतियाँ, कभी दिन सुहाने, किस्मत की बातें तो किस्मत ही जाने। ओ बेटा जी, ओ बेटा जी, अरे ओ बाबूजी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम। ओ बेटा जी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम। ओ बेटा जी। बड़ी अकड़ से बेटा निकले घर से एक्टर होने, बाहरी किस्मत बाहरी किस्मत, किस्मत में थे लिखे बर्तन धोने, अरे भाई लिखे बर्तन धोने। ओ बेटा जी, जीने का मजा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम। ओ बेटा जी, अरे ओ बाबूजी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम। ओ बेटा जी। दुनिया के इस चिड़िया घर में तरह तरह का जलवा, मिले किसी को सूखी रोटी, किसी को पूरी हलवा, अरे भाई किसी को पूरी हलवा। ओ बेटा जी, खिचड़ी का मजा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम। ओ बेटा जी, अरे ओ बाबूजी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम। ओ बेटा जी। दर्द दिया तो थोड़ा थोड़ा, खुशी भी थोड़ी थोड़ी, बाहर मालिक बाहर मालिक, दुख और सुख की खूब बनाई जोड़ी, अरे वाह खूब बनाई जोड़ी। ओ बेटा जी, जीवन का नशा कभी गरम कभी नरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम। ओ बेटा जी, अरे ओ बाबूजी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम। ओ बेटा जी। कभी काली रतियाँ, कभी दिन सुहाने, किस्मत की बातें तो किस्मत ही जाने। ओ बेटा जी, ओ बेटा जी, अरे ओ बाबूजी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम। ओ बेटा जी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम। ओ बेटा जी। बड़ी अकड़ से बेटा निकले घर से एक्टर होने, बाहरी किस्मत बाहरी किस्मत, किस्मत में थे लिखे बर्तन धोने, अरे भाई लिखे बर्तन धोने। ओ बेटा जी, जीने का मजा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम। ओ बेटा जी, अरे ओ बाबूजी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम, ओ बेटा जी। दुनिया के इस चिड़िया घर में तरह तरह का जलवा, मिले किसी को सूखी रोटी, किसी को पूरी हलवा, अरे भाई किसी को पूरी हलवा, ओ बेटा जी। खिचड़ी का मजा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम, ओ बेटा जी, अरे ओ बाबूजी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम, ओ बेटा जी। दर्द दिया तो थोड़ा थोड़ा, खुशी भी थोड़ी थोड़ी, वाह रे मालिक, वाह रे मालिक, दुख और सुख की खूब बनाई जोड़ी, अरे वाह खूब बनाई जोड़ी, ओ बेटा जी। जीवन का नशा कभी गरम कभी नरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम, ओ बेटा जी, अरे ओ बाबूजी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम, ओ बेटा जी। कभी काली रतियाँ, कभी दिन सुहाने, किस्मत की बातें तो किस्मत ही जाने, ओ बेटा जी, ओ बेटा जी, अरे ओ बाबूजी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम, ओ बेटा जी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम, ओ बेटा जी। बड़ी अकड़ से बेटा निकले घर से एक्टर होने, बाहरी किस्मत, बाहरी किस्मत, किस्मत में थे लिखे बर्तन धोने, अरे भाई लिखे बर्तन धोने, ओ बेटा जी। जीने का मजा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम, ओ बेटा जी, अरे ओ बाबूजी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम, ओ बेटा जी। दुनिया के इस चिड़िया घर में तरह तरह का जलवा, मिले किसी को सूखी रोटी, किसी को पूरी हलवा, अरे भाई किसी को पूरी हलवा, ओ बेटा जी। खिचड़ी का मजा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम, ओ बेटा जी, अरे ओ बाबूजी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम, ओ बेटा जी। दर्द दिया तो थोड़ा थोड़ा, खुशी भी थोड़ी थोड़ी, वाह रे मालिक, वाह।
A very warm welcome to all investors present here. We have with us our founder, Dr. Mohit Batra, and CIO Mojo PMS, Mr. Sunil Damania, live in the first Power Series session of 2026. Bring any of your concerns, challenges, and curiosities on the stock market, and we'll be happy to answer them. Over to you, Mr. Sunil.
Thanks a lot, Jason, and a very warm welcome, all of you. New year, new beginning, and new hope. I think 2025 turned out to be an extremely challenging year for every investor who have put money. And whatever assumption we thought in the beginning of 2025, and I think we need year like 2025 to set the expectation right for the investors, because everyone thought that equity market में तो पैसा बनता ही है और 20-25% पैसा तो बनता ही है, and I think it's a very wake up call for everyone. And year like 2025 teaches us a lot of things, that how you should keep changing your strategy with the changing market dynamics. Number one. Number two, equity market will never ever give you linear returns. In fact, it's all about non-linear returns, and that's a very, very good wake up call for many investors. I always pray to God that every 1 or 2 years, in a block of 3 years, we have year like 2025, because that will really set the expectation right, and we can learn a lot of things from year like 2025. But having said that, 2026 should be a reasonably good year for the equity investors. And of course, we are going to do an equity outlook webinar where we will be presenting on how do we expect gold and silver to perform, how do we expect mid and small cap to perform, how do we expect Nifty to be 11th year in a row, lucky or not. If rupee depreciates, how much rupee will depreciate, how much FPI will invest or take out money from Indian equity market, and how do we expect crude oil price to behave. So this is all we are going to cover in the next week, where we will give a detailed explanation about, with lot of reasoning, why we believe each assets class are going to perform well. Of course, we will also give our report card, what we stated in 2025 and how exactly the year behaved on that way. So it's a nice combination of what we stated in 2025, what actually happened, and how do we see 2026 panning out. But today, I think Mohit did a lot of heavy lifting in last a few days, where he presented a lot of heavy data. We decided today, let's not put some more data in front of you. Let's open the floor for question and answer. More question, better answer, and that's where the complete webinar has been lined up. So over to you, Jason.
Sure. I'll start with this first question by Vatsalya. Everyone's talking about finalization of trade deal with America, including Mr. Goyal too, but nothing has come out. What could be the hidden problems, and do you think the problem will settle in the near future?
So if you remember, once one of these chief economic advisors said that very soon we will see a trade deal between the US and India, and I said I don't see that happening. And I also said why I believe so. If the trade delegation is in India, and if a commerce ministry goes on the record that I don't have a time to meet them because I have other commitments, that gives an idea that there are still a lot of gaps to be filled between we can reach to a consensus. So I don't expect a trade deal to happen very soon. At the same time, I don't think India should be in a rush to go ahead also. For the very simple reason, very soon we will see a verdict coming from the Supreme Court, which will spell out whether this tariff at all is legally possible for Trump to announce. So most probably the right now consensus seems to be that it seems to be illegal. And I think India is buying a time to see, in case if there is no tariff related trade, then our bargaining power could be much better than what right now our bargaining powers are. I think India is more in a wait and watch mode kind of a stuff. There is no rush for us to go and sign the trade deal, and that's what I personally. So I don't expect a trade deal to be signed very soon, for the very simple reason. Two, one is the Supreme Court verdict, which will come out very soon. Most probably it should come in the month of Jan itself. And number two, right now, despite this tariff, I think India seems to have done better. In the November data which came out on the export front seems to be, so there is no urgency, because one thing which is really a bottleneck between India and the US is an agri access, and I don't think government will anyway will accept that as a condition. So that's what my understanding. But if Mohit, if you have some different opinion, I don't know.
Anyway, I've been talking for the last 3 days.
Achha, you've been talking about the same
and
thing.
you're sitting next to Trump, so you know things better. So
I don't think it's a compliment. I'm sitting next to Kamfil.
So whatever Sunil says is right. Sunil sometimes does a full webinar looking at WhatsApp also. I must tell you that because his tone, his view, it doesn't change. So whatever you may keep asking, it's a very natural reaction for him to answer that. He's a great speaker, and I feel very small when he speaks. So I completely buy you.
पहले दिन पे ही खींचना चालू.
पहले दिन आए अपने इन्वेस्टर को क्यों डरा रहे हो?
क्यों डरा रहे हो? सही बात है.
You guys, in first day, you should take it a little more cheerful. We are going to have a lot of fun today. I personally feel that we've done a lot of heavy lifting in the last 1 week, and today is a day where you should do a little fun as well.
Okay. With that, I'll pick this next question by Raj Prasad. There's a debate going on with many analysts about selecting quality stocks versus value stocks. What's your view on this? Should we give importance to quality or value or both in equal percentage?
Quality or value में difference क्या होता है?
The company may be good quality company, but valuation is very rich, and vice versa.
And valuation works in Indian markets?
It does. I think in any market, the valuation is the parameter. It's very simple thing. Basically, I keep saying, this is an iPhone. Basically, if I ask you to pay 1 lakh, you may not pay me. But if I ask you 5,000, you will buy. The quality remains the same, but the value changes, isn't it? So for me, the valuation is the topmost parameter. So at what price So everything, every quality has a value. Okay. The Mercedes is a good brand, am I right? E-Class 220, if I ask you to pay me 2 crore for that, you will not pay me for that, am I right? The moment I say to pay me 25 lakhs, you will pay for 25 lakhs for that. The quality remains the same, the valuation changes, and that's where the perception change, that's the thing. So I personally believe, of course, the value, but of course, value in a good quality or reasonably good quality company. Not necessarily that you should always invest in a good quality, because sometimes there could be turnaround companies. Okay. But if you see a potential in that, why should you not invest in that company? Because you see the potential and values are very attractive. Go ahead and buy, and you will make money. So, but many times you only invest in quality companies without looking at the valuation, then company can underperform many years, and then you will pay a very heavy price on that. You have a different view there?
A little different view. I personally feel that these two factors are not isolated. They have to be seen together, because if you have value and the quality is not improving, then that will dissipate. If quality is there, sooner or later value comes in. Now, if the valuation is getting re-rated over a period of time, that's a very slow process. But on the other side, if you look at pure value without looking at quality, according to me, that's a very short-term play. So that's what I personally believe, that even if you are giving a little more importance to value, quality has to be still in place. But on the other side, if you're giving a little higher importance to quality, then valuation comes a lot into play to try and see whether the value is right of a stock which may be a higher quality stock and maybe a consistent performer. But these phases are predominantly, I think that a lot of views in the market are very sentiment-driven views. So we've seen large cap works. Typically speaking, if you look at value stocks or if you look at quality stocks, you would lay your emphasis mostly on large cap stocks, and you look at decently valued stocks. Now, obviously, decent valuation. You all also need to understand why I don't believe in valuation that much. The reason I don't believe in valuation that much is primarily because valuation is a factor of earnings or earning forecast of a company and also the price that it is currently quoting at, right? So you may, if you look at a company which is very attractive, according to me, Sunil, the whole suggestion also can be that the price is justifying the current earning expectation of the company. If the company is going on an expensive zone, then earnings can catch up with a lag, which basically also tells me that the street is expecting much better earnings from this particular stock. So I don't see valuation as a as a very very standard standalone parameter, but I definitely see that as an indicator of where the market is perceiving the earnings to go. So I typically look at an earnings guidance, wisdom of the street, factoring into the price as the valuation parameter and not as a standalone parameter.
Okay, I'll move to this next question by Uday. Hi Sunil, your views on silver currently. Also, I was not able to use the link for the webinar offer. Please provide this.
Okay, so I think silver, there is a first thing, the gold and silver has given the highest return in any calendar year in 2025. And I remember in Feb 2025, one of our investors asked me that one of the famous author who wrote Rich Dad and Poor Dad, ऐसा ही कुछ नाम है ना book का?
Poor Dad, Rich Dad.
Poor Dad,
Rich Dad, Poor Dad, sorry.
He suggested I'm selling my silver to buy bitcoins, and someone asked me should we do the same thing, and I said good luck to you, but my views are not very similar, and the rest is history. So I'm going to discuss in detail about how do we see. So this is always, if you remember, in September 2022 in the power series only, both Mohit and I came and we discussed about why silver looks extremely promising. And at that point of time, if you remember, one of the reasons, so silver is a commodity, try to understand. Okay, and silver is a commodity which, so any commodity, the decisive factor is the demand and supply. In September 2022, one of the mines, silver mines in Mexico, the labor went on strike. And since the labor went on strike, the supply very naturally will come down. But demand, because of EV, because of the solar panel and so on and so forth, is going to go up. And that's the reason we thought that the silver is in a structural rally. In 2025 beginning, we said gold and silver will make more money as compared to equity, despite equity did extremely well in 2024. 2026, we are going to make a detailed presentation on silver, on gold, on equity with large, mid and small cap to tell you which will do well. But the history suggests that a 1 year when which assets class does extremely well, probability is very, very less that it will repeat that kind of a performance next year. But of course, we'll give you, so of course, we have gone into a lot of technology also of the solar, because I don't know how many people understand, but in every electrical vehicle, 50 grams का silver जाता है, okay, and depending upon the CC and so on and so forth, it's not that it doesn't go in the ICE vehicle, it also goes, पर वहाँ पे वो 25-30 ग्राम जाता है. The same way, solar panel also consumes a lot of this, but there is some technology change which is happening, which in turn would mean that there is a more demand for the silver because the technology is much superior to do that. So we are going to discuss all this on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, and please hold on, horses Uday sir, for a few days. I'll come because I don't want to just what we call remove that excitement. Let it be there till next week because I want to present everything at one go.
Sorry, I think there is another question that Uday has written is that I was not able to use the link for webinar. Please provide this. Uday, we have closed the links as of midnight of yesterday. So I'm sorry you missed it by a year. We'll not be able to provide these links because we had a deadline for the webinar offer to get over by midnight of yesterday.
Okay. Moving to this next question, this is by Shirish. FIIs are increasing their selling. Is it worrying time?
Is it worrying time? See, whenever FII sell, it's some amount of a concern, am I right? And we saw the highest ever in any calendar year happen in 2025. So it is a worrying time. I think only thing we need to understand, is it going to continue going forward or not? And the trend suggests that normally a year when FII sell very heavily, the next year they invest more than what they sold in the previous calendar year. So yes, right now in the short term, yes, it's a worrying factor. For the rest of 2026, we don't expect FII to be a net seller. In fact, on the contrary, there will be a big buyer in 2026.
Okay, moving to this next question. This is by M. Putamkar. Please guide regarding tobacco sector.
So we all know that today the excise duty has been increased on tobacco and ITC has come down drastically. That's the reason. In fact, it's 3 years low, ITC today, in fact. So, and if you look at the way things are happening, I think one message that government is sending indirectly, they want to control the fiscal deficit. And one of the easiest way to do that, not reducing the price of petrol and diesel. If you look at the average crude oil basket for 2025 has been near about $70 per barrel as compared to $80 per barrel in 2024. And if you go back and going forward also it's going to come down. But government is not allowing because they want to have the better control over the revenue. Same way, I think tobacco is a one way to increase the revenue without impacting, and it's a demand is more of an inelastic, and not many people are going to complain about it. It's a same product anyway. So I think that's one thing which will keep hampering and keep the sentiments low on the tobacco sector. So I think today government did, and I think ITC was 8 or 9% down. Right now, I would not be very comfortable investing in that sector. Mohit?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine.
Okay. Moving to this next question, a couple of investors are actually asking this particular one. Despite the fourth or the fifth highest economy currently, the news which has come out, still the market is performing poorly. What's your estimate for 2026?
Sorry, what is it? Despite fourth or the fifth highest economy, why our market was poorly? What are you estimating? Sir, again, I think, Jason, what my request would be that anything which is related to 2026 outlook, we should keep it for the next week, But I think we have become a fourth large, not necessarily that it should, the market always, there is nothing, so there is a lot of perception, people believe that if economy is doing well, the market should do and well, vice versa. Look at Pakistan. The economy is in a worst state scenario. In fact, they have been selling their assets to meet this. But Pakistan market did better than Indian equity market in 2025. So sometimes linking economy with the market is little, the market is not a very single factor, like it's not like a linear equation कि economy अच्छा चला तो market चलेगा and vice versa. It never happens in that fashion actually. So Germany is one of the best market, but the German economy has been struggling. If you look at the GDP growth in Germany, is one of the poorest amongst the European Union, isn't it? And yet the German market did extremely well in 2025. तो वो जरूरी नहीं है कि economy अच्छा किया तो market has to do well and vice versa. There are many other various factors which decides the market sentiments and in terms the market returns.
See, if you look at the Indian markets, obviously the fundamental of the markets are very good. Barring maybe first 2-3 quarters being a little laxer quarters in terms of corporate earnings, the September quarter was phenomenally good as far as the corporate earnings are concerned. So that's point number one. Number two, despite whatever we say, India is a decently valued market, if not overvalued market. Right? So, and global money impacts a lot in terms of how the markets do perform. We have a lot of domestic investors coming in, but FPI money, FI money definitely have an impact. There are various sectors, various economies that the allocation goes to. So it's India, I think on a factor of a global investor, which is a large blue-blooded investor, maybe a 2-3-4% allocation, or maybe a 5% allocation. But these allocation numbers can change. So you also have to see where the returns are coming. Now, typically speaking, US has a huge capacity to take in. And whatever we may say, the kind of value that people have unlocked by investing in the AI story in the US is something that where a lot of money has gone. So that's number one. Number two is that if we are going to shave 5-6% out of the dollar, then it becomes a little more non-attractive for the FIs to stay there for a longish period of time, because primarily also they are more index company-based investors. They're not smaller company-based investors because of the volumes that they demand. So If you look at, on a maybe 10-year, 15-year average, we may have done 11-12%, but I don't think so. 11-12% is in dollar terms. Is it dollar terms?
What?
11-12% average India returns, equity market returns.
It would be in last 5 years. It would be near about 10 to 11% dollar terms.
10 to 11% dollar terms. So it's not that with that kind of value that they are giving 10 to 11% is something that is very attractive looking at what is happening in the US today. So my bet is till the time the dust on tariffs settles down, the Supreme Court comes out with a verdict, the AI valuations come stabilize, there is going to be lackluster push of FI money towards India. And whether to say this year would be positive or negative, according to me, this year would be definitely a positive. I don't know whether the last year's negative will come into this year as positive, but definitely this year would be a positive. We've had a very decent, unfortunate to say, but the depreciation is happened out there. It is kind of stabilizing out there. You had a commodity race which is kind of stabilizing again. Movement from other asset classes is kind of topping up today. Risk on strategy in India is coming back with the corporate earnings as we see it. People are getting to get stressed about the AI valuations in the US. So a lot of factors which may go back into conventional investing where India comes in very well, which we personally believe that this year will have a large impact on.
Okay, I'll move on to this next question. This is by Sudhakar. There are clouds of war everywhere on the globe. Geopolitical tensions are also present on every continent. Do these tensions make global markets unstable and highly volatile?
See, if you see, it makes people wonder what is happening. So, you have China, Taiwan that is happening. You have, Saudi, Yemen and UAE, which is something which is brewing up right now. Obviously, Russia and Ukraine, which was the big number that was going on. But I think these, unless these are very large scale, wars that is happening, it may have a momentarily impact, but I don't think so. It will have a long-term sustained impact on the market. So, this year primarily has not been a war-specific year. I think fundamentally, if you see, there's a lot of things that happened. Tariff impact for us was a big one. We've had, depreciation, which was a big one. As the other asset classes, to me, is a global phenomena. It's not something that India has done. The hoarding of gold, predominantly that is happening even in China, is primarily to offset dollar as an economy. So there is a large amount of global factors that are playing, and I think in that whole listing of various factors, I think geopolitical, unless it is very large geopolitical impact, you had Israel as well, this year. So unless it is very large geopolitical impact, I would typically not even rate into the top 3-5 risk factors in the market today.
Okay, Murthy, having this question come from a lot of investors, this one by Brijesh as well. I was out on a festive break and realized the links are not available below the live event. Can your team please send this to me?
Brijesh, I'm, as I said, I'm really sorry, but we had made an offer, made an announcement yesterday that we will be closing these links out by midnight today. I'm really sorry, but let's not disturb that.
Okay, I'll move on to this next question. This is by Girish Malhotra. How can we find wealth-creating companies like TCS, Titan, Maruti, etc. in early stages?
Well, Girishji, that's exactly what we've been trying to do. I hope you've been attending my webinars. That has been our effort. Now, obviously, when you say TCS, Titan, Maruti, etc. as wealth-creating companies, I'm also understanding that you're talking about long-term wealth creation, which is 10, 15, 20 years. I think for that you have to catch the companies much early on in the cycle. And, as Sunil has kind of repeatedly spoken about that on a 5-year basis, or as well as he's seen it on a 10-year basis, that most some of these companies have not sustained the long-term wealth creation paradigm out there. So it's very tough to look at a company which will do extremely well over the next say 10 years. But definitely there are companies that look very good that will do great over the last say next 3 to 5 years. And I think we have certain stocks which have been there in Mojo stocks, for example, for a long-term period. As I told you that one of the things that we need to improve on is the exit parameters to make sure that we create 3 to 5 year growth companies out there, which will be our initiative in the year 2026 in the first quarter itself.
Okay, I'll pick this next question by Pragnesh Shah. I'm seeing on the Mojo website many stocks which are showing small cap or mid cap are not according to their market cap. Like there's a stock of more than 10,000 crore market cap, but it's shown as small cap.
So that is right, sir. Let me try and tell you what are the market cap definitions as per MFI. The top 100 stocks as per the market cap are supposed to be the large caps. Then 100 to 250, that's right. 101 to 250 as per market cap are known as mid caps, and according to MFI, anything beyond that is small cap. So we have on MarketsMojo site as well adjusted this particular definition. So I would now try and tell you where does the 100th company end. Sunil, as an estimation, the 100th company would end close to the smallest large cap would be?
The smallest large cap would be 1,407 crore kind of a stuff.
Sorry?
1,400, that's the smallest small cap company.
No, I'm talking about the smallest large cap. Let's have the smallest large cap first.
92,000.
92,000 crores. So around 90,000 and above crores becomes the large cap. Mid cap is 30,000 crores
and above.
So 30 to 90,000 crores will be a mid cap, and anything lower than 30,000 crores will then be a small cap. Now, we've internally defined some companies as micro caps, but as per MFI, there are no micro caps. There's only small caps. But we internally define certain companies which are less than 5,000 crores?
No, 1,400.
1,400 crores as micro caps. So now let me give you the definition, which is the MFI definition. 90,000 crores and above is large cap. 30,000 to 90,000 crores is mid caps. And maybe 1,400 crores till around 30,000 crores becomes small cap. Anything less than 1,400 crores is micro cap, but that is our definition. That is not MFI's definition. MFI's definition is 30,000 crores and below everything is a small cap.
Okay, moving to this next question by Shenoy. Many small cap stocks took a beating in 2025, including some that have demonstrated good financial performance. Can we expect these smaller companies to do better in 2026?
So maybe Mohit may have a different view and I may have a different view, but there is one parameter that we normally use is that market cap to GDP. Now when we look at
थोड़ा जोर से बोलो ना सर.
सर
मुझे सुनाई नहीं दे रहा, उनको कहाँ सुनाई देगा?
Oh sorry, बस ये बोला था आपकी आवाज बहुत बड़ी है तो.
Today there was a good joke that our editor out here told us, sir आप इधर बैठिए, सुनील सर इधर बैठेंगे, इनकी आवाज बहुत तेज है. सुनील सर की, हाँ मेरी नहीं. तो ये सुनील सर has taken this very personally. He is now
talking very. I'm trying to become very more softer than
नहीं, your wife is not watching this. सर आराम जोर से आप बोलिए.
भाई नहीं है सर, confirm है.
Confirmed.
Then okay. तो sorry, सवाल क्या था? Small cap. So I was talking about this market cap to GDP ratio of. So when we look at market cap to GDP, we look at India as a market cap to GDP. Now we bifurcate that market cap to GDP into large cap, mid cap, and the small cap. And we did that analysis, which I'm going to present in my next week present webinar. So we realized that what has been the average market cap to GDP for small cap, what it has been commanding and what it is commanding is still at a higher level. Number two, what we have done actually, we have looked at the small cap companies, what they have been commanding a 3 years price to earning on an average. We have looked at small cap company, what they've been commanding 5 years on an average and 10 years in an average. And then we bucketed the companies, okay, what percentage of companies are commanding above 3 years average, 5 years and 10 years. And also in terms of market cap. So one is the percentage of companies, and second thing, those companies, how much they account for the market cap of that bucket. And we realize that it's still it's a rich valuation. So if we think that small cap has not done well and hence we should expect a strong rally, I think we might get disappointed. Having said that, there will be few pockets within the small cap that can do well. So your job is to identify a small cap company that does extremely well. Just to give an example, in the month of November, we added one small cap company in our PMS, and they turned out to be a very good buy for us, even though the small cap did not do well, very well. So I think again, 2026 would be more of a stock specific than the kind of a rally that we saw in 2023 or 2024. वहाँ पे कुछ भी ले लो और चल जाएगा, वैसा नहीं होने वाला है 2026 में.
Okay, I'll pick this next question by Pranay. Hi Mohit, the 10 stocks you spoke about, if I make a portfolio approach, can I consider it as a very risky construct?
Pranay, I haven't given these stocks to make a portfolio, neither I am advising you to make a portfolio out of that. What we had discussed yesterday was according to the sector layering that we do on stocks, which are the top 10 stocks that are coming out. Nowhere am I recommending you to A, make a portfolio, because the reason is that we have not taken a portfolio approach on this as yet. And B, please understand that this is a discussion which should be done post your risk profiling, post trying to understand what is your risk appetite, and then only you should be taking any exposure, even if you're taking exposure to stocks. So, and I think, you should be consulting an expert before taking into, any kind of an investment into those stocks. How good I spoke on the disclaimer.
Very nice, Mohit.
Thank you.
So this is another question, Mohit. I think, a lot of people are asking, Mohit, what is it actually?
Also request is 19,999 India plus US link is sent to me. Okay, guys, I hate doing this, but let me just surface these two links today. But we will close this by midnight. If you got missed out, please don't now say that today मेरा salary नहीं आया तो कल आएगा salary होगी. तो अभी now give it to me tomorrow. We will surface them again till midnight today. And if you missed it, because this is the third request that is coming in, please go ahead and subscribe it. Let me just again tell you what these two offers were in case you have not known these two offers. We were giving Mojo 1 India plus stock of the week, which is a separate product for which we charge separately. We were, for the first time, we combined both these products at 14,999, but we were giving you 2 years extra free. So this was a thing that we did way back in COVID times, but that time stock of the week was not there. So the value of this package is 34,000 for 1 year. You are paying 14,999 for 3 years. So you're getting 2 years free, and you're getting around 85% discount. That is the first link. The second link is the India plus US link, which is something that I personally believe everybody should have, which is India and US, the whole of India and the whole of US for just 19,999 for 1 year. Again, we are giving 2 years free. So this becomes a 3-year package again for you. Jason, if you have the links, if you can just put these two links out there. Please make sure if you not subscribed, because you missed yesterday, because you were out maybe on 31st of December, you would have completed this by midnight of today. This is the last chance. We will not extend these links to anybody post that. Also, these links are not available on the site now, so you can only see it through this particular webinar. Use these particular links. And these offers will not come in again for the next 1 year. You may have offers during Diwali or whatever, but not these liberal offers that we do typically towards the end of the year. So make sure that you can do that. For new users who are 1 year, 2 year users with us, you can also take this package to extend it. So if you're a 2-year user and you buy this package, you become a 5-year user. So 3 years get extended automatically as you do that. Users can also take multiple of these extensions. You can take paid 2 times to get.
Okay, moving to this next question. Yeah, this is by Ashokan. So, Namaskar. Copper is the next silver for forthcoming years and onwards. What about your opinion? Any suggestions?
Sir.
Sir, आप बताइए sir.
So copper, there is one technology which I'm going to discuss.
आप उनको कोई आंसर दे नहीं रहे हो, आप सिर्फ
मैं बता दूंगा,
आप सिर्फ उनको उन्होंने बेचारे ने एक क्वेश्चन पहले पूछा, स्मॉल कैप ले लूँ, स्मॉल कैप चलेगा, आपने उनको 10 मिनट का ज्ञान दे दिया, फिर बोला मेरी प्रेजेंटेशन सुनो.
सर अभी ये सवाल मेरे नेक्स्ट वीक वाले में अभी कैसे दे दूं, आप बताइए मुझे.
दीजिए, बेचारे सीधा पूछ रहे हैं, कॉपर विल बी द नेक्स्ट सिल्वर और नो?
अनलाइकली. नहीं, पर मैं बता रहा था वो टेक्नोलॉजी जो आ रही है इन द सोलर टेक्नोलॉजी which will replace silver
by copper. Yeah.
तो वो कॉम्बिनेशन होने वाला है, तो उससे तो दैट्स व्हाई आई थिंक. बट अगेन सी इज अ कमोडिटी सर, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. एंड कॉपर इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ demand and again supply. In 2025, in the beginning of 2025, China gave a lot of cash for clunker kind of stuff, where they gave money to change your refrigerator, to change your car, and so on and so on and so forth, just to stimulate the economy. If it's not going to be there, then Chinese economy may slow down. And China is one of the largest consumer of copper in the world, and if China economy slow down, it will impact demand for copper and so on and so forth. So copper will be the next silver? Doubtful.
Okay, I'll pick this next question. This is by Amnish. Sunilji and Mohitji, nice to see you together. What's new from the MarketsMojo in this new year?
मोहित सर जवाब दे सकते हैं इसका तो.
Sir, we are going to work on the next level of IP. That is going to be my focus. My also focus would be to be in front of the investors. We actually, I had learned the hard way, because I was for a year in Dubai setting up the office there. And we had tried to run the company professionally. Obviously, it didn't work very well, so I had to come back and take over. So my focus would be to ensure that our critical factors of IP that we've not looked at over the last 10 years is something that we look at. I think we have enough products on the site. We have enough products which are, which may sometimes cause confusion. We have to now consolidate all of that. And as Kamaljeet was saying, as it was pointed out earlier, that now you've got these 4, 5, 6 products, but which is the product I need to buy, or which is the stock I need to buy, or can you give us rating within that? I think those are very, very important initiatives that we will do this year. One of the biggest factors and one of the biggest things that we launch hopefully in Q1 is MarketsMojo's AI platform. So that is something that is a very big thing. We'll have our own AI interface, which obviously will act as somebody who can answer to you at any given point in time. It will also be, you will be able to even upload your portfolio, and it would start monitoring your portfolio. So that is something that we've been working on for the last, I would say, couple of years, and that is ready for a beta launch. We would do a beta launch for all our Mojo professional users to see, how they perceive it before doing a full-fledged launch. But we may be the first, research house in the country, or maybe in the world, I don't know, to have our own AI platform for investors. We will add multiple new portfolios, maybe mutual fund baskets and various other portfolios on the Infinity platform. That's another thing that may happen. We may launch one more PMS scheme that may happen on the PMS side. So there's a lot of things that are lined up. for this year. And I think most of these things that we do will have a very, very large momental, I would say, impact on what we do for our investors on Mojo Professional, Mojo Infinity, as well as PMS.
Okay, I'll pick this one question by Tushar, and I think Modi must have answered this in your previous one as well. Please have a bot for basic questions to save leadership time so that you could share quality response to quality questions. I hope Modi sir takes a look at this idea again. If not bot, get a question grading system for top like questions from people on webinar who gets a vote to answer first.
Yeah. Tushar, we are doing that. As I said that not just a bot, but we are creating our own AI tool. And it will not just be a simple Q&A kind of a bot, which is a question and answer kind of a format, but it will be a very intelligent tool that we are creating. Just wait for some time. I'm already checking this, so it's not that it's not live. I'm already checking it, and please don't ask me the URL. I'm not going to give it to you right now. We are going to do a beta launch of that with all the Mojo Professional users very, very soon to try and take a feedback of how we can make that better. But on the AI side, we want to be the first financial company to innovate and create that whole large language module internally as we've been working on. So you're bang on. We are not very far from there.
Okay, this question by Amitabh. Moji, the top-down approach you spoke about yesterday, can it also become a model portfolio or an infinity portfolio?
Yes. Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That can become an infinity portfolio or a model portfolio approach as well. It's a very, very interesting transition that MarketsMojo is going to do. We have been bottoms up for 10 years. We've seen that journey, and we are now going bottoms up only. Our focus is going to be on stocks, but our filtration process of stocks that we put in a portfolio or have better recommendation. Have you ever thought of a 74 score can be better than a 84 score? Primarily because of the sector, primarily because of the way the market is trending. So let me just give you an example. You may do market phasing, not just of the market per se, but you may also do what phase of the market are large caps in, mid caps and small caps in, and what is the broader phase of the market. So that's number one. Now you come down and you also look at what phase of fundamental is there in the market. So how fundamentally the large, mid and small caps are doing. Underneath that, then you come and say that within these, what is the phasing of the sectors? How are the sector fundamentals and technicals looking? And then underneath that, then comes the stock, right? So this is a very, very big step. As I said, this is going to take us, if we are able to crack this, this is going to take us, many light years ahead. I would say. And obviously around all of this is that how do we streamline the whole exit process? Why would you get out of a good stock even if it is hold because of certain parameters, right? Can we work better on the exit parameters? Why would a hold stock where the sector is giving the tailwind to that particular stock can be held back, and why a buy stock, which is a borderline buy stock, can be made hold because the sector is not supporting it at all, or the sector has got huge amount of tailwind. So that is a broad, framework that we are going to work on. I'm very excited on working on this. Sunil, I request Sunil with joint hands to help me on this, which sometimes he finds time for 10-15 minutes. He blesses me. But hopefully he'll give me some more time. You should put in a request to Sunil sir to help me on this one. But we'll come out very soon on this.
सर खिंचने के मूड में है, चलता रहता है. Don't take बहुत seriously today.
Bashir, next time don't give him this feedback that sir आप आवाज आपकी बहुत बड़ी है. आज आवाज ही नहीं आ रही है सुनील सर की.
This next question by Mehta. What's the difference between portfolio approach and making a portfolio selecting 10 stocks on random basis, considering let's say Mojo products?
सर आप उसमें पैसा डालेंगे तो पोर्टफोलियो बन जाएगा मेहता जी. So selecting stocks and the objective with which you select stocks is very critical. See, I'm going to take this from a top-down approach again. First of all, you need to know what kind of an investor you are. Are you an aggressive investor? Are you a moderate investor? And are you a conservative investor? 99% of investors go wrong there itself. The reason is that the definition of this is not greed. The definition of this is ability to have the stomach to see the volatile markets. According to me, that is the risk profile. An aggressive customer will not move that much even if he takes a drawdown because he knows that he's an aggressive customer. अगर मेरे को superlative returns देखने हैं तो superlative risk तो आना ही है. So that is where investors go wrong because they think that aggressive customer is somebody who should expect a 25-30% CAGR. Expect 25-30%, you can expect anything in life. But it comes at a cost. The cost is the drawdowns, the cost is the volatility. So इसमें when you say you are what kind of an investor, you should never look at return expectation. You should look at what happens when the crisis comes, what happens when the volatility comes, when the risk in the market comes, when the drawdown comes. Do I sleep well? Or I say that, oh my God, my hard-earned money is going away. Oh my God, the market can go down to zero. So that's stage one that you have to identify yourself. Once you do that, then once that philosophy is there, then if you are an aggressive or a moderate customer, you should ideally say that this is the kind of a mix I am looking at. I would have so much large cap allocation, mid cap allocation, small cap allocation. So that's how you typically go and say that even if I look at 10 stocks, out of those 10 stocks, 4 should be large cap, maybe another 4 should be mid caps and 2 should be small caps. I'm just giving a broad number. This is not the allocation. I can do that separately as a webinar, but this is how I look at it. And then there is a process of fitting in stocks into that particular allocation. So that's how, you should follow that. We do this in Infinity. We do this in the model portfolios also. We have ready-made portfolios which basically are mirroring a specific risk profile. But sir, it is very, very important for you to understand the definition of risk profiling. It is not return profiling. The reason it is known as risk profiling is because you need to understand what risk you can take, and risk is volatility, right? It is not return profiling. That is the reason it's never known as return profiling. Risk profiling is primarily the reason that a lot of investors think that I'm an aggressive investor, or most of the investors think that they're aggressive investors, and 2 months time when the portfolio is down by 5%, they come crying to us and say, "Abhi main kya karoon? My portfolio is down by 5% or 6%. So we face this on a day-to-day basis. Our job is to educate you guys. If you want, I can do a very, very detailed session. I had done this a couple of years back on financial planning and asset allocation. If you want, I can revisit that whole webinar and do a training, not just for you, but even for your family members, because it's very important for young kids to understand this at an early stage. It's very important for your spouses to understand this whole philosophy as well. So if you want, I can very well knit a webinar together for as a family event for all of you.
Okay, on a lighter note, I'll just pick this one appreciation by Jayant. Hi Sunil ji, Moji and all at MarketsMojo. Appreciate the excellent guidance you all have given us over the years. You all have earned a very well-deserved vacation and need one. Suggest you all take one soon. When are you all going for one?
अच्छा काबिलियत का सर सुनिए सर आप दीजिए
सर वो पिछले 1-2 महीने से काम नहीं कर रहे हैं. He's going for a very genuine reason. Otherwise, that's why I'm not telling him anything. But Sunil sir, he's perpetually on a vacation, sir. Jain sir. That's the reason that he puts me in front of you. Where it is his job, he puts me in front of you that Mohit, I am out for 4 or 5 days and do the webinar. So I come in front of you. But thank you so much for your concern, sir. Yeah, you are very right. We do deserve a vacation. But the thing that happens is that in tougher markets, it's always good for us to sit in front of the clients. We've always maintained that philosophy that guidance is most important when it is required. Because of, and some of the investors don't want to listen to us in down markets, but investors like yourself, when the markets are down or when there is something that is concerning you and you're sitting and asking us these questions, we really appreciate your participation, sir. Thank you so much.
आप कब जा रहे हो छुट्टी पे?
मैं परसों जा रहा हूँ.
ओके.
सैटरडे को जाऊँगा, संडे को आ जाऊँगा.
सर उसको छुट्टी थोड़ी बोलते तो छुट्टी है.
ऐसी होती है सर. आप देखिए मुझसे सीखिए, छुट्टी ऐसी होती है. Please tell him that he can go on any Saturday and come back on any Sunday. However, he can take 52 such leaves. He's allowed to take 52 such leaves. So 104 leaves. You are taking 104
मैं बता रहा हूँ
leaves.
आपको, ऐसे भी सैटरडे से छुट्टी होती है, लेकिन सर फोन करके बोलते हैं चलो सुनिए लेट्स ज्वाइन फॉर 5 मिनट्स. वो 5 मिनट्स का मीटिंग फिर 1-2 घंटा चलता है, एंड देन वाइफ एंड डॉटर कंप्लेंट्स के क्या है आपका.
सर मैं आपको रिकॉर्डिंग भेजूंगा आपको 1-2 घंटे की मीटिंग में, और उसमें आप देखिएगा ज़्यादा कौन बात कर रहा है और क्वेश्चन और कम कौन बात कर रहा है.
Okay, I'll pick this question by
But come to the office sometime. You guys, please, if you're in Bombay, if you're from around the country, or if you live in Bombay, please come over. It's very important to live along with be in the markets. So it's very important to have casual discussions and getting to know each other. That, according to me, softer aspect is much more important than anything else.
Okay. This next question by Dhaval. Please suggest some options for FD replacement. Taxes eat away a lot. This is just for standby money. And wish you all a very happy new year.
Is Dhaval my friend from Jodhpur? Can you ask him, please?
Yeah, yes, Dhaval, if you could just confirm it on the chat box.
Right. Is confirmed?
No, not yet.
Okay. Please suggest some options for FD replacement. Taxes eat away a lot. This is just for standby money. Yeah, you're right. I think smartly looked at, short duration bonds, corporate bonds. I would typically say, AAA rated corporate bonds can give you a couple of 100 basis point more than the FD returns out there. So that, according to me, is a better opportunity than FDs. But if you want, I can do an FD replacement thing with you. I actually had designed an FD replacement portfolio. If you want, we can launch the portfolio, which will be an FD replacement portfolio, which we will, we'll obviously suggest you on that portfolio, and you can just allocate money, your FD money, into that portfolio. So if there is, I don't know, there's not a facility of taking a vote out here, right, Jason?
No, right.
Right. But if you guys want an FD replacement portfolio, please drop in a yes into the message box, and we'll get a hint. But we had designed an FD replacement portfolio. We haven't launched it. But if you guys are in need of that, we can do that as well.
I think one easy option you can try is the arbitrage funds. I think that will be more tax efficient as compared to the FD.
Okay, Mr. Dhaval has not yet replied, but by any chance is Dhaval Rawal?
Yes.
Yeah, then it might be the same question.
Dhaval, wish you and your family. Dhaval is my college friend, my childhood friend. Wish you a very, very happy New Year as well. Please wish everybody in the family. Give my regards to them as well.
Okay, I'll pick this question by Dinesh. The 10 sectoral bets which were disclosed, can we say that there are 3-month bets?
Yes, Dinesh. The sector allocations can change post 3 months. I have promised you 2 things, that I will evaluate that portfolio every month, and also at the end of the quarter, once the corporate results are fully out and our sector allocation changes, I will come and give you the new sector allocation and the new set of 10 stocks that are top stocks in that particular sector.
Okay, that's it with the Q&A session.
All right, thank you so much. This is the last time we are putting up this link, so if you want, please go ahead and subscribe for it. Wish you a great new year ahead, full of health, happiness, and then wealth, right? So please make sure that there's always health, happiness, and wealth. And wish everybody in your family, from the whole of Mojo family, a very, very happy new year.
Happy New Year.